welcome to Canada.
Thanks.
And this is your first time in Vancouver. What do you think so far?
Very clean. And you've got British TV, like I said, so I'm very happy. And good food.
Have you been able to watch anything then?
Yeah, I've watched Riverdale all day.
Okay.
Basically, in America, they only have season 1 on Netflix.
Really?
Because it's on TV there.
Oh.
But in the UK, I'm mid-season 2 and haven't been able to watch it legally, so I have to
And that's
do.
filmed here too.
Is
Riverdale.
it?
Yeah.
Where?
It's filmed all around downtown here. And
Here?
out here in Vancouver, yeah. They film it here.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Well, now you do.
Very cool. I need to go on a Riverdale tour.
Yeah, next time you come back, you can go and see everything.
For sure.
So you just started on tour with Jake Bugg now, earlier this week. How's it been so far?
Yeah, really good actually. I feel like we were quite different musically, so I was quite apprehensive to see how I would go down at a Jake Bugg gig. But the crowds have been really, really respectful and really, I don't know, they've just been up for listening and singing, and yeah, they've been a great audience, and him and his whole team as well are like so lovely to tour with, so it's been good.
So you've been releasing a lot of singles lately, but like looking back on your first releases, how do you feel about them now? So like Peroxide.
Oh wow. Slight change. Yeah, I don't know, it's quite weird. It feels like a different artist almost in a way. Because I started when I was like 17 and I'm 23 now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as a human you do your most growing up between, I don't know, like 18 and 21. So I look back and I'm like, oh wow, like that was me as like a kid. And I was like quite confused about what kind of artist I wanted to be, and I liked lots of styles and I was still experimenting on that album, and I think you can kind of hear that, which I like because it did represent how I felt at the time. But I feel like the new album is a lot more like cohesive sonically, like as an album. It's like a package.
So when you say cohesive, what do you mean by that?
Like all tied together, like it's one body of work and it all has a theme and sounds like the same album, but not every song sounds the same, but it's the same sort of palette. Yeah, I think I got to a point where I was able to kind of pull that all together.
What do you feel is the biggest change in your creative process with it?
On the first album, that's so funny. I was very much interested in the lyrics, but maybe not so much the musical side of things. Like obviously I was into music, but now that I've done writing for others and more pop writing for other artists as well, I think that's given me like more of an understanding about what people want from a song and what it takes to write a good, like a classically good song. Because I literally never thought about melody on the album. I never thought, oh, I'll write a cool melody and fit words to it. It was always, these are the words, I need to fit them into the chords somehow. So on the new album, I've taken a lot more consideration over melody, and I think it's a lot stronger in that respect.
Okay. So you've been playing a lot of your new music while on this tour as well.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a bit about the song Loyalty, which you've been playing?
Oh, Loyal to Me?
Or Loyal to Me?
Yeah. That's on the upcoming album. You'll hear that tonight.
Okay.
I haven't really like said much about the new album yet because I haven't announced anything about it, but Loyal to Me is like the fun one. It's kind of 90s R&B influenced. Yeah, I like that one. It's a fun one to play.
What inspired that for the 90s R&B influence?
I listened to Destiny's Child quite a bit that week, and I wanted to write a song. Again, I was writing for another artist in mind, and I wanted to write a song for like a girl band or something. And yeah, I just wrote the song and was like, I want to keep this. I want to have a 90s track on my album.
What's your favorite song that will be on this album, I guess?
I really like them all, but they're all really different. So I would say like personally, I think the best song is called Is It Really Me You're Missing? Or The Best You Had. I think they're like my favourite as songs. But then there's tracks like one called Things I Say When You Sleep, which lyrically I'm really proud of, and I think that's, again, it's not really like a song, it's more just a moment. So there's lots of different things that make the album.
Okay. What have you learned about yourself in the process of writing this new album?
Quite a lot of things. Musically, I would say that I've learnt that I'm probably best at melody and lyrics. I love getting in a room with someone who's amazing at piano. That's what I've loved doing on this album. I've also learnt production on this album. The Moments I'm Missing, I produced like 90% of that song. And I had a really good time doing that. And a lot, like more or less like 80% of the album I'd made demos for and had a very clear vision of what I wanted the production to be. So I've learnt a lot about that. And I guess just how to be better at songwriting through working with other people, and also learning, like, as an artist you've got to have your own unique thing. So I think I discovered mine was like my really high falsetto bits in The Best You Had, for example, and the storytelling lyrics. So yeah, quite a lot of.
And you said
learning.
Just a bit earlier that you feel it's a little more cohesive as well. For this album being a little more cohesive, is it like do you have a theme going in with it?
Yeah, it's like I wrote it within a year basically, even though I had 4 years since that one. Yeah, I basically wrote another album after this that got shelved and didn't come out for 2 years. And then after that I was like, I'm just going to be a songwriter and not do this because it's too hard. And then, and then after that, that's when I wrote this album. So it's all within a year. It's all pretty much about the same period of time in my life. And I wasn't signed and really working with anyone when I was doing it. So it was very much a passion project of mine, and it was just fun to make. So I think you can hear that it was written within a kind of short period of time.
How does it feel not being signed, being able to do your work when you were writing that?
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel? It felt differently from when you were writing for this album?
Yeah, very different. I'm signed to an indie label now, which I love working with, and I just hand the music in and they put it out and it's great. But on this one, like, I obviously got signed off the back of like having an EP out that was doing well in the UK and touring with artists, and there was like people were waiting to hear the album, I felt like. Whereas this one, like, I could have never released again and it would have been fine. But I personally was like, no, I've got something to prove and I want to write another album. And I knew that I had to work extra hard to do it again, I guess. And yeah, I think that made me like really passionate about it, and I didn't feel pressure. I was doing it because I loved it and I had stuff to say, and it wasn't like, oh, we need a song for the radio, or oh, you need to finish it by this point. It was like, no, I'm just gonna write an album, and if I like it, I'll put it out.
So a lot of the imagery that you've been using for this album has a lot of like flowery elements to it.
Yeah.
What drew you to using that?
Well, it's all going to be revealed soon. It kind of ties in with the theme, but the lotus flower, for example, is my logo, and that's like featured in a lot of the upcoming visuals and artwork and stuff, and it includes water and it includes flowers, and I like kind of write visually as well. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I made like loads of mood boards and had them all around my bedroom where my studio was, and I created like a world. Like, I like to create a whole world with things. So yeah, the water is kind of representing feeling like stuck under something and like feeling silent almost. And I guess when I was writing it, no one really knew I was making an album either, so I was kind of just silently like under the water. That's what was in my head.
Okay.
And then the flower is like the lotus flower. It grows from the darkness and it grows from like the dirt, and something really beautiful comes of like a dark thing. So that relates into that, and then yeah, it's a bit deep, but
Okay. That's exciting to be able to. Are you gonna have that? I guess more with the physical release and that kind of thing, with like a booklet or.
yeah, I'm like planning little packages, but the videos going forward from the next single are all visually connected as well. So.
Okay. So you recently worked with Charlotte Lawrence and Sasha Sloan for the first collaborative single for Spotify. What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was cool. Spotify have been like such an amazing support with the new music, and they emailed me and were like, do you want to do this project? And I was like, yeah, obviously. And the other girls live in LA and I obviously live in London. So I was in LA for like a day before shooting this music video for the next single, and we got in a studio. We had 6 hours to write a song that we all liked and put it out. So it was kind of stressful, but also an amazing opportunity, and I think it'll just lead more people to our own music as well. So
what was it like being in the studio just with, I'm assuming just with them two and just yourself writing that?
Well, there's a producer called King Henry as well, who's an amazing producer from, I don't know if he's from LA, but he lives there. And it was good. It was like we all just had to kind of make friends instantly and talk about what kind of music we liked, and it was nice to be in a room with other female artists because I've never really done that much, so that was a good experience.
And then you also did a cover with that as well. Why that song? Why Girls Just Want to Have Fun?
I don't know, we all just like the song. It's a classic banger and we wanted to put like a bit of a twist on it.
Okay. And then you also did the collaboration show as well for Spotify. What was that like? It
was good. It was like a proper party atmosphere, and we all had drinks after our names, which was cool. The performance was also great, and it was cool being on stage with other artists as well, because I'd never really done like a song I've written with another artist on the stage. So that was cool.
Was there a moment that really stuck out from that night, I guess? Being on stage with other artists?
Yeah, probably performing the single. That was really cool. And people were singing along as well, which was quite weird because it had just come out.
So I guess maybe just to end things off, is there anything that you'd like to add?
Don't know. I think I'm good. New single, Somebody Special's out. That's happening now. Album will be out in autumn, probably. I think at the moment, anyway. And yeah.
Are you planning to tour the album as well?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm doing my first US headline tour starting in 2 weeks, so I'm hoping to come back in the autumn.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, thank you.
Thanks. Hey, this is Nina Nesbitt, and you're listening to Evolution 1079.